Ben, you've always been a guy that's a very savvy guy, especially in the business sense of the organization. You're quite smart when it comes to certain matchups and that sort of stuff. So I do want to get your take on one thing that is UFC 300, and I think it's an event
Sure.
that as it stands right now, there are a lot of title fights that are already scheduled for early 2024. And for me, anyway, there is no real clear title fight. Obviously, everyone I think wants to see Conor return as the main event in that UFC 300 event, but there's no real clear title fight that really stands out to be
Yeah.
a UFC 300 worthy title fight. With obviously Israel Adesanya out of the picture now as well. What matchups do you
Wait,
believe
wait.
would
Why is
make sense?
Adesanya out of the picture?
Well, it's saying that he's no longer the champion, and with Dricus fighting Sean Strickland in January, the time. So I
Yeah.
don't think the time. I don't
Okay.
think Izzy might take a bit of time off. So for you,
Oh, I thought maybe he'd go bump up to fight Pereira again because Pereira seems to want that. So I think that's one route you could go. Pereira versus
yep,
Adesanya. I think people would be into that. People would be really into the return of Conor McGregor, but I'm not sold it's actually happening. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting.
yeah,
It may happen. It may not. We'll see. I would love to see Tom Aspinall fight Stipe,
mm,
or at least fight again because John Jones. Aspinall took that fight on 2 weeks' notice. John
mm,
Jones is going to be out like 9 or so months,
yeah,
right? So if he has 9 or so months and then he fights after that, and then Aspinall's got to wait again, I mean,
yeah,
Aspinall's going to be waiting, let's say 15 months or something, like,
yeah,
dude, you're young, like, you're a badass, go take the fight, right?
yeah,
So that's kind of what I would do if I was Tom Aspinall that fight again. I think he kind of has a good personality and someone that the UFC could build on. I wouldn't also be surprised if they did something with the BMF, because that seems to be kind of like a crutch that they'll use when they don't have a great title fight
yeah,
in the
yeah,
waiting. So yeah, that's some ideas. It will be interesting to see what they do because I know they just announced Volkanovski versus Tapuria for February
yeah,
17, maybe. That's the one,
yeah.
right?
That's correct. Yep,
Yep.
yep, yep. In Anaheim.